Hello YouTube, Vlogging here, and this week I'm making a video in relation to Liz Reptile's video called The Horseshoe Theory Between Radical Feminists and MRAs at Dr. Random Accam, and I've decided to try and define what the new other half of the horseshoe involving the Radical Feminists is. I'm also going to be referring to a video done by Sci-10 Atheist and posted on the Sargon of Akkad channel called Feminists Love Islamists. Both of these videos I will link up in the description. Finally, before I get into the meat of this video, I do want to say that this video will also provide evidence that for some people, feminism is their religion. So let's begin. So first up, there are two nitpicky issues I do have with the video that Liz made, both of which relate to the MGTOW part of the horseshoe. As you can see here, I did my own horseshoe as a bit of a representation for this video. Firstly, she spelled it wrong. It's MGTOW, not MIGTO. That's almost certainly her dyslexia coming through though. So I can forgive her for that. I also disagree with her just deleting the MGTOW out of hand when it came to horseshoe. I can understand why, but it cannot be ignored, especially as people have mentioned in the comments section of her video that some of the radical MGTOW on Twitter are getting to be as bad as the radical feminists. But anyway, I do by and large agree with the video despite that. I do think that the horseshoe needs to have another group on the other side of the horseshoe to the feminists. So, what do I have here? I do believe the far right. In most countries. It's not just Christians either. It turns out that many of the Islamists are also super right-wing. A major example of this is in Sci-10 Atheist video Feminists Love Islamists mentioned earlier. So what words would I use to replace the Islamist words with the Christians? Well, I'll tell you. The Islamist says haram, the feminist says problematic, and the Christian says sinful. Sorry, I'm a terrible singer, and it's hard to not break into tune. The song's really catchy. The Islamist says unquranic, while feminist says triggering. Christian says unbiblical. Islamist says Islamophobia, feminist says misogyny, and Christian says satanic. Islamist blames the Jewish media, feminist blames the patriarchy, while Christians blame the Illuminati. Islamist says jihad, feminist says social justice, and guess what? The Christian also says jihad. Islamist says whore, where's your hijab? Feminist says slut walk, while Christian says adulterous sinner. And sorry about the last one, it's the only one I could come up with that was in any way relevant. And sorry for my bad singing, I'm really not very good when it comes to singing. So from that, if you substituted Darwin Man for say Cardinal Pell, Brian Fisher, Pat Robertson, Pauline Hanson, you'd probably know who Pauline Hanson is if you've been around on my channel a while. I wouldn't really notice all that much of a difference, except for maybe the intro part and the person singing the song. On other things, if you listen to the rhetoric spewed by radical feminists, then go to Right Wing Watch blog and watch some of the videos there. You'll find some eerie similarities between the radical far right and the radical feminists. Although I will be fair to the far right at this point by saying that they have always been this crazy for a long time, and only in the last 5-10 years or so have the far left started going as far around the horseshoe as they have. Yeah, not an especially long video, but I just wanted to get this out there. I do believe some third wave feminists and social justice regressives do treat what they do as a religion. Just before I go, I do want to say one thing. Guys, I know we have the fight against the social justice warriors to do, but whatever you do, don't forget about the fight against the far-right progressives and liberals. They haven't gone away just because the social justice warriors are now the new threat. They're still there, the theocrats and the other douches. Ted Cruz came second in the Republican Party nomination race. He's a theocrat, wants to turn America into the Christian Saudi Arabia. And America could very well be voting in Donald Trump in November. And in Australia, Pauline Hanson could be back in a seat in the Senate, along with the Australian Liberty Alliance, an anti-Muslim right-wing extremist group founded from the ashes of Rise Up Australia, aka the Australian Racism Party. The fight against the far right isn't over. Several parts of the West are in danger of making a hard turn right, and that will make the whole situation in the Middle East much worse as more Muslims turn on the West, because the West starts turning on all Muslims. So that is my video for today. I hope you found it informative. Please rate, comment, share and subscribe, and have a great day, everyone.